Have you heard about the oncoming march from the Vietnam Memorial to the steps of the Capitol? Of course you haven't. Yeah. So I'm about to tell you about it. Several distinguished organizations are coming together to make this a peaceful march. It's a response to the recent lawsuit filed by the Minnesota Voters Alliance challenging the constitutionality of just impacted individuals possessing civil rights. Now, this is a huge conversation, and I could break it down for you, but I'll break it down for you at the march. But the basic understanding is that civil rights allows an individual to be treated as a human being. Without civil rights, you could treat that individual any way you want to treat them. So besides us getting into the merits of this lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, IGSTS, JIIVE, just impacted individuals voting effectively, we're saying that we should be talking specifically about 2023, an individual locked not have civil rights. That's huge. How do you just fly past that and move on to something else different? How do you fight? That brings us to Dred Scott, the Dred Scott case. It's happened in Missouri, where at the time it was Minnesota was a territory of Missouri, right? Fort Snelling is where they made the judgment, but they basically said people of color, African Americans at the time, whatever they wanted to call us that particular time in history, did not have the same rights, nor did they have to respect those rights of those individuals. So I don't understand what people are having problems connecting the dots to, but they're basically saying that about individuals incarcerated. So when they feel like it, they can treat them any way they want to treat them. One day they might decide, hey, we're going to treat them like a human being. But tomorrow they can get pissed off at and kill them because they're nothing but animals, is what they're saying, right? We know we're just impacted individuals. We understand the cocaine crack laws. We understand all these disproportionate laws that they pass in order to place our community in economic dire straits. We understand liberation. We understand what liberation looked like. We're the only people on this planet that can speak about struggle and liberation from a position where we've been in a oppressed position for the longest. But going back to the march, just to bring you up to speed, because some people aren't up to speed to what's going on, but the plaintiff alleged that under the Minnesota Constitution, the plaintiff in this case is the Minnesota Voting Alliance. You need to look them up. There's some angry white folks. I don't know why they're angry. They live in the land of milk and honey, and they enjoying the land of milk and honey, but they're angry because they feel as though, based on the Constitution that they put together, that people under who are incarcerated or in some supervision of their master. I mean, how you feel, weigh in. You know what I'm saying? How you feel, come down there and march. How you feel? Because I know a lot of you sitting up here denying those telephone calls coming in, but y'all got people locked up and y'all can't figure out why they drinking brown water, why they in these cells that look like closets, why they got their toilet right next to their beds. Why? Because you really don't have to do, but you can charge the hell out of them. They charge them cost and confinement, but they live in a closet, or basically a bathroom, was where they live at. And however you feel about it, however you feel about those individuals, at the end of the day, no individual can sit back and say that no person deserves civil rights. They're like, oh, that person doesn't deserve civil rights. They committed a crime. They don't deserve civil rights. We could just say, what the fuck? Is that civil rights or is it indelible rights? What rights are they? Because a person should have some rights that you should not be able to take no matter what they've done, particularly unless you want to put that down, like, hey, we can take the rights away anytime we want to. So according to the plaintiff, a person on supervised release, probation, or work release because of a felony conviction rights have not been restored. But they're saying like anything. So right now you're going for a DUI? A DUI, what DUI? DUI is a felony. So anything level, I'm saying the supervision itself, it's not the level of the crime. So it's not a parole, it's not a misdemeanor or a gross misdemeanor or whatever. They're basically saying the individual who's on any supervision and is being governed by the Commission of Corrections they don't have civil rights and they don't have the right to vote. This is a talking piece. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is something for you to chew on and think about. And it's something that for us to, how you feel about it should be how we should come out. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't really care. A lot of people don't, because it's not them and they don't have anything to worry about. But I just think in a society in general, we should all be concerned about this. This is SAFMO. November the 4th, the Capitol, from 3 to 7. We're going to be out there. There will be an Eventbrite link connected to this. We got flyers connected to it. You might see the flyers. You might see me out. I'll let me flick up. But this is going to be, this is going to do what we needed to do